Goodwill Zwelithini, the king of the Zulus before he passed away, had threatened to fight to make KwaZulu Natal an independent state, but he didn't really kick off the process. And again, we're being schooled by white people who are organized, Afrikaans people who are organized, who are using the courts, who are using global institutions. AfriForum has been inducted into the United Nations. They are now recognized. They are using formal white channels to fight the way they always have for what they believe is right and what they believe will make the country better. Black people, by and large, are not learning the lessons. We're too distracted. Political noise, what's trending on Twitter, what's trending on Mocha Love, we have Jola99, what's happening in America, hashtags like Black Lives Matter, etc. Black people are not, number one, segmenting. We're not the same as blacks. Break us up into separate groups and have those separate groups have their own leaders and their own agendas. And then from there, get the blacks who are into manufacturing. Get the blacks who are into farming. Get the blacks who are into building new religious structures, building new schooling systems, inventing things. Get black people that are traveling all over the world to and build black communities, just like the Jews and the Muslims and the Chinese do. Build black communities across the world and make sure that you're building things like China cities and China malls in other parts of the world, if you are organized. And don't fight. Nelson Mandela understood this thing of white domination and black domination. White domination is what made white people look bad across the world and what led to sanctions. The Oppenheimers, the Ruperts, other important families were called to the table by the people that run the world and told, you guys are embarrassing us, do something about it. They obviously called F.W. de Klerk and the National Party and said, look, something needs to happen, we're being sanctioned and we can't do business. That's where they needed a black face that made sense. They found Nelson Mandela, who came angry, but they calmed him down and they explained exactly how the world works. They took him to the World Economic Forum, and that's how he became softer and started saying, look, nationalization, we need to pocket and other things. But in the negotiation, he said, look, to calm black people down, something needs to happen. We need to give them something. There came RDP houses, there came grants, there came affirmative action, which graduated to become black economic empowerment today. Obviously, once again, with BEE, the white people handpicked the blacks they wanted to work with. Cyril Ramaphosa, Saki Matozoma, Mzee Khumalo, a couple of other names that are involved. There are two females that I forget. I don't know if Daphne Nkosi is one of them. There's another female doctor. I forget her name, but she was also handpicked, along with a couple of other guys. White people picked these people. Today, again, obviously, white people feel the country is gone to shit. They believe that the ANC has collapsed the country. And look, they have a leg to stand on, because if you look at what the ANC has done with SOEs, the SABC, SAA, what's happened at ESCOM, etc., it's from black leadership. But it's because the blacks are not being backed by whites, because these same white people that are complaining, they get the biggest tenders in these SOEs. But South Africa was never built for the masses. It was built for a white minority. That's how they could thrive and live like kings in this country. And to this day, even when you listen to Rob Hersoff, what I thought, and I posted this on Twitter as well, is what white people want in this country is they want black people to behave. Go to school and study hard. Go to church and be a good Christian. Be a good employee. Don't steal. Don't commit crime. If you're a poor black, be at peace and be thankful with any freebies that white people through the tax and the government give you. If you're a talented, educated black, white people will then elevate you. They'll make you a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer or an accountant so that you can sit on their table. And if you speak their language, which is the language of money, which goes through the South African Reserve Bank, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, all the way to the biggest stock exchanges in the world, and the Central Bank of London and all these other places, white people are comfortable to make you a front. Like a Cyril Ramaphosa, like a Mmusi Maimane, like a Patrice Motsepe. You are a black person who plays according to white rules and makes sure that white people remain strong and powerful. Aliko Dangote is allowed to be the wealthiest black man on the continent because the way he operates is like a rich white person. White people get to invest in Dangote, the Dangote Group, either on the Nigerian Stock Exchange or through the London Stock Exchange. And nothing that Aliko does breaks white wealth. Nothing that it does goes against the way that the American dollar runs the money system across the world. This is the world we live in, and I was so happy listening to Rob say this stuff. Take time, watch the speech. It's 24 minutes, 25 minutes long, and let's engage. These are conversations that those of us who are a bit smarter, who find ourselves to be philosophers in this new age, should be talking about. Don't make it black and white. Make it about good and bad people. Make it about rich and poor people and how we can make the world better. I still believe that a lot of poor people need to unplug from money, go back to villages, grow their own food, live in mud huts, and just have decent lives. And let the people that want to play the capitalist game win. Make it a minority game. 30%, 40% of the population should be playing in money. The rest should be living very, very simple subsistence farming life and living. That's what will make the world a better place. Great interview, and I wish I could engage a bit more on it, but I'll stop there, and maybe I'll make another video at some point when I've listened to the video again, because it's pretty cool. Robert Stoff was dropping bars like a rapper. Huh? Anyways, this is Penuel the Black Pen, about to do charity work in the Vaal in Didier. My way of just giving back in a way that I can to those that need it, because we have some privileges that they don't have, so we'd like to share. Have a great Saturday. Hope you guys had a great Heritage Day, which I call African Halloween.